All right, so this project's going to be a little different than most of our projects. Usually we're doing some kind of a mechanical repair, which I'm more comfortable with. But today we need to do a little interior plastic repair. And the problem is the passenger side armrest is broken in a couple of places. It's broken between the ashtray and the map pocket. It's also broken back here. And this plastic is really brittle. I tried to see if I could take it out to make it easier to work on, and I'm afraid I'm going to break it if I try to take it out. And so what happens now is this map pocket, if we put it in, because of the broken parts, it's loose and it falls down inside the door. This kind of works a little bit like an armrest. You could use the map pocket to put your phone in, things like that while you're driving. We can't do that because every time we bump it or try to put something in there, it falls down inside the door. It's drafty, it's noisy. So we'd like to get the ashtray, which goes up front, and the map pocket that goes in the back. We'd like those to be installed and solid and sturdy and not have to worry about it falling apart while we're driving down the road. So I think that some JB Weld plastic bonder is the right solution. I may be right, I may not. But my thought is I will use this epoxy, mix it up, kind of paste it in to fill in the gap here and fill in the cracks over here to repair where it's loose, also strengthen it. I think, so this is kind of a tan color. I think the color will be fairly close. We might be able to touch it up a little bit with a little bit of paint. But the main thing is we're just trying to keep things from deteriorating more than they already are. There's probably a better way to do this, but this is the best way I can think of. So at the very least, it'll be a learning experience. So I'm mixing up the epoxy, and I've made, I like to have foil to work on so I don't get this stuff all over, but I made a little bridge here that I'll fill in with some of the epoxy. I also put tape on the back side of this to help hold things together while I put it on. This is obviously going to be a bit light, and so we'll see how it works. We'll probably end up needing to do a little bit of sanding and some painting to get it to look, closer to our more brown color that we have. Okay, so this project is all done. The epoxy turned out well. We had a gap right here between these that we filled in with the epoxy. We put a little chrome paint on the ashtray here. It was all rusted and falling apart. And then we used some brown acrylic paint on the pocket. And then back here, this repair didn't turn out as well. You can see the epoxy is a little bit lumpy, but it was a pretty jagged crack. And so I think maybe with some practice, we might get a little better at this, but I'm pretty happy that we don't have this map pocket falling in anymore. I put some insulation in there to just help maybe with a little bit of the noise and rattling, and doesn't hurt to have a little extra insulation. And so overall, I'm pretty happy with the results. I think, if I do another plastic repair like this, maybe it will turn out better than this one. But I think we've made some improvements.